It is with a humble bow and great gratitude that I offer you this practice and this transmission, all about being grateful. And for one, I am very grateful to have you here. So oftentimes we can place our happiness in other things and other people, but real joy emerges from when we have this daily practice to ourselves, a daily practice of presence, a daily practice of being connected and rooted to what is right here, right now. So that's what we're going to be working with today, knowing that gratitude turns what we have into more than enough. And gratitude leads us to sustainable, true, lasting joy. All right. Have a joyful practice, my loves. You're going to set yourself up well in a seat with some clarity. So bring your shoulders over your hips. Feel that the sits bones drop right down underneath you. And then you can allow yourself to get nice and tall. And then allow your hands to just fall in a way that feels intuitive. On the lap, on the knees, maybe hand to heart, hand to belly. Take a few moments to feel. And then to the very best of your ability, close your eyes. And know that closing your eyes gives you a deeper opportunity to remove yourself from the external environment, from any distractions, from any stories. And it paves an immediate gateway to drop you into the internal, the physical, a little closer to the center of you, of who you are, and of what you're showing up as today. So just take a moment to feel that communion with, that merging with, that recognition, that acknowledgement of what's going on right now. And for some of us, it won't apply much, but for others, there might be expectations and anticipations and trepidations. So you just tune in and see what you are engaging in with. If there's any resistance to this meeting, you thank it for coming up. You let it teach you that it's temporary. Knowing that we're going to pull up tools throughout this practice that will help you clear anything that is standing in your way. Let's take in 3 cycles of breath. So inhale through your nose, fill yourself up. Exhale from the mouth and clear the body out. Again, breathe in. From the mouth, exhale. Slow it down. Inhale space. Exhale any type of resistance or tension. And you're welcome to keep that pattern of breathing if you really feel like you need it. Otherwise, start to settle yourself into some nostril breathing. So sealing off your lips super gently and channeling your breath in and out from the nose. Let your whole awareness land on that simple cue. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale from the nose. Familiarize yourself with that pattern. Your mind will wander throughout this practice, but you just keep coming back to this foundation. Let's take one more. Breathe in through nose. Breathe out from nose. Now with this breath as your anchor, we'll start to add in some movement. So you can open your eyes, allow the light to come in. And then let's have you interlace your fingers. Shoot the palm of the hands forwards and then stretch your arms upwards. Really ground through your hip bones, and you can give yourself a little bit of a wiggle and a roll, a shift and a shuffle. And then we're going to twist to the right. So the palm of your left hand is going to cup on your right knee, and the right hand is going to come back behind you as a base. Now press through the hips and then lift through your head. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, start to spiralize yourself. So now you're beginning to look over your right shoulder. Create more space in your body. So utilize the breath to initiate that spatial awareness. So inhale, grow tall. Exhale as you increase that depth, that twist. Take a few more cycles in your own time. Curating, cultivating this space from within. More space from within gives more space to without. More space for gratitude. Again, gratitude turns what we have into more than enough. You are already abundant. Final abundant breath. Breathe out. Good. Now come back through center. Interlace your hands again. Switch your habitual way of wanting to interlace them. Shoot the hands forwards and then magnetize the palms upwards towards the ceiling, the roof, the cosmos. Give yourself a little bit of movement. Just knowing that you can do no wrong today in exploration of your body, your being, your breath. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, turn to the left, right hand, left knee, left hand comes behind you. Again, you find that rhythm, that undulation of breath. So inhale, you're lifting. Exhale, you're twisting as you open the fabric of your body. Moving into those spaces, those places that are asking to be felt. Dissolving, evolving as we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Get the cervical spine involved as you look over your left shoulder. We'll take one more breath in. X. Good. Now start to come back through center. This time all you're going to do is bring the hands forwards, unravel your shins. We'll come into all fours position. Once you move there, sliver your hands a few inches further forwards and then start to spread your fingers wide. Press the hands down, curl your toes under, and then let's start to push our hips back into a downward facing dog position. All right, now from down dog, just bend your knees a lot here so you can really feel this activation through the front line of your body, pushing towards your thighs. Keep your tailbone lifted. Maybe you can start to turn your chin in slightly so we get a nice long neck. Now lengthen out your breath, equal part inhale, followed by a celebratory exhale. And then let's have you walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Now from our forward fold at the back of the mat, we're going to take some tripsicary transitions all the way to the front now. So if you're unfamiliar with this, you can take a look at me or just listen. You're going to walk your hands slightly forwards. Pendulum your right leg back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, shoot the right foot all the way out to the right. So you bring in some energy through your hip joint, through your femur bone, through your hamstring. And then we're going to take this big circular motion and the right foot's going to come forwards and down. I want you to give this transition a little bit of personality, a little bit of flair and spice. So walk the hands forwards, extend the left leg back, breathe in. As you breathe out, left leg's going to go wide and round and down. 2 more. Inhale, right leg back, hands forwards. Exhale, sweeping motion. Good. Last one. Whatever you focus on expands. So pull your presence into your body. Left leg's going wide and round. Nice. Now, eventually the feet are going to come directly underneath your hips. So if they're not there already, allow them to move there. And then let's have you bring your chin in and come all the way to stand. Now, from your standing position, let's have you reach your arms wide and then up. And then connect the palms together. And I want you to trace the knuckles of your thumbs to your third eye center. Let's pause in this moment of gratitude. We're going to thank those hardships for teaching us how to get back up. Bring thumbs to lips. Thank the misfortune for showing you this very fortune. And then bring thumbs to the center of the chest. You're going to thank your heart space for being here and returning to this open state. Now open your lungs to begin. Breathe in. From the mouth, let's breathe out. Nasal breathing, nostril breathing. Inhale through nose. Now from the nose, you exhale. Follow that breath, my loves. Press through the feet. Inhale, your arms are going to reach up. Full body awareness. Let's flood this wave of gratitude in. Exhale, fold into yourself. Fold into your anatomy, your physiology, your biology, and then take yourself into halfway. Breathe in. High plank position. Breathe out. Fire and firm up through your foundations and really work into all of those muscle groups, your biceps, triceps, your glute muscles, your hamstrings, your abdominal wall, and then work into those ethereal muscle groups, your presence, your power, your discipline, your dedication, your motivation, that gratification. Take a breath in. I'm right there with you. I know this is challenging. As you breathe out, you can lower your knees now. Untuck your toes and then drop your belly, chest, chin all the way to the ground. Pull your chin and your chest forwards and upwards. We'll move into a baby cobra, so it should feel medicinal for the back body. Inhale. As you exhale, curl the toes under, press the hands forwards and the hips back, down dog. All right, let's start to work into the flow part of this practice. You're going to sweep the right foot back behind you. Step the right foot to the outside of the right wrist. And then once the foot lands, you're going to shoot your right hand all the way up. Okay, now we're working into this twisted lunge shape. So your right knee is over the ankle. I want you to bring your brain into your right outer hip as you flare it and lift it and keep that back leg super strong and stabilized. Now from here, we're going to lift up the chest and we're going to move ourselves into a high twisted lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips. See if you can rebend into your right knee and then facilitate more depth as you twist from your torso. Maybe even you take your gaze over your right hand. Now breathe, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Now listen, left hand is going to reach all the way up. We're going to take this matrix move to the back of the mat. The left hand is going to lead the way. Start to pivot and spin and roll and maneuver. We're going to meet in a warrior two, now facing the back of your mat. Good. So just commit to the shape that you're in. So you're in this external hip rotation. You're externally rotating through the shoulders and you have this structural support of your bones. So allow your kneecap to really drive forwards as it's rooted over the ankle. Keep the crown of the head over the hips and then breathe. Breathe out. You're going to move into reverse warrior. Just drop the right hand to the right thigh and reach the left arm up and over. How much space can you create through the left side of your waist here? Breathe through your left lung. Do it with me. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now you're going to cartwheel your hands to the floor, pivot onto the ball of your back foot, and move yourself into a high plank. So we've just been here. Pull in on all of those muscle groups. Now you can drop to your knees, or if anyone wants a little bit more fire, they're going to shift forwards and transition high plank to low plank. Now from here, you move into a back bend. You've got cobra. That's the first layer of this cream cake. The second layer is upward facing dog. So the thighs come off the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, just come back onto your breath here and let that breath shift you back into this state of gratitude for the multitude of functions your body is doing right here, right now. The lengthening, the holding, the strengthening, the breathing. Take a breath in. Breathe out. All right, let's work into the left side. Shoot the left leg back. Set the left foot to the outside of the left wrist. You use those oblique muscles of yours. And then once the foot lands, keep that right leg activated and then lift up your left arm. We work into this twisted lunge. Really puff and fluff up through the left outer hip. Keep your navel in to protect the lower lumbar and then roll the left shoulder back and down. Good. Press through your points of contact to your feet and then start to lift the right arm up. We're going to move into this high twisted lunge. Keep the left knee tracking forwards. Keep the right heel pushing back. Gaze over your left fingertips. Navel is in. How much can you lift through the upper body, but how much can you sit through the lower body? Breath in. From the nose, breathe out. All right, we got this matrix move. Right hand's going to lead the way. Warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Bend your right knee. Spiralize the toes forwards. Now repoint the left toe so that they're now facing the long side of the mat. Allow the hips to open, the shoulders to melt back and down, and then breathe into your shape. Breathe out. Reverse warrior. Right hand's going to reach up and over, and the left hand just comes to the thigh. Good. Now just recommit to the bend in your right knee. We have a tendency to kind of just like slack off a little bit here. Put some more goodness in and then reach that right arm back. So you feel the fabric of your right rib cage stretch as you inhale. Exhale. Hands to ground. Don't skip the process. Almost like you're setting yourself up into a cartwheel. And then take yourself into high plank. From high plank, you lower. As you lower, you lift like you're on a springboard. And then we move into downward facing dog. From down dog, we're going to take a sun salutation in between these two rounds. So everyone look forwards and then step, or you can add a little jump forwards. Let's move with the breath. Inhale halfway. Exhale fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank position. You can always jump back too, depending where you're at in your practice on this day. Now lower. Lift. Downward facing dog. We're going to work straight into the second round and we're going to add things on. Send the right leg back as you breathe. Step the right foot to the outside of the right wrist as you breathe out. All right, yogi. So you've got an option to stay exactly as you are, or if you want to kind of cultivate a little bit more attitude, a little bit more personality, and add in those feel-good hormones, the dopamine, the serotonin, you're going to welcome yourself into this party. You're going to float the left foot forwards, grab hold of the right foot. Now lift up the hips and rotate through your core. Keep that left leg into extension. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, let's bring it on back. Don't overthink it. Okay, reposition the right foot, so ground into it. Right arm is lifted. We're going to move ourselves into that twisted high lunge. Now from here, we add a little on. Your left hand is going to reach forwards past the right foot. We're going to dive and drive into the left hand as the left leg lifts. We take this into a twisted half moon shape. Good. So now really draw that left hip down and the right hip up, and then turn so you start to face the right side of your mat. Hold and breathe. Ask and you shall receive. So put it out there and let your body receive the benefits. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now let's come on out. Bend the right knee. Drop the left foot back and lift yourself all the way through into your high twisted lunge. Warrior 2, back of the mat. Left hand leads the way. Whoo, building up a sweat right now. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Listen, as you breathe out, the left hand is going to take this sweeping motion past the right foot. And then we're going to move ourselves into side angle, facing the back of the mat. So now bend your left knee and reach your right arm up. Okay, options and opportunities. Option 1, as always, you can stay exactly as you are. Option 2, you can add in a bind here. So right arm around the back and left arm under left thigh. Left hand is going to reach to grab hold of the right hand. Level 3, right foot hops forwards. The weight moves into the right foot. The left knee begins to lift, and we take ourselves into birds of paradise. Do not worry if you fall or you wobble or you come out. Celebrate your willingness. This moment of trying something new. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just forget about the outcome. Focus on the process. We are grateful for this entire journey. Try and extend the left leg. If you're lifted, breathe in. On the breath out, we are coming out. We shall reconvene together. So we're in a side angle shape. Take an inhale. Exhale, high plank. Back of the mat. Lower. Lift. Downward facing dog. Take a big belly breath in. Full embodied breath out. Left side. Left leg's going back now as you inhale. Step the left foot to the outside of the left wrist as you exhale. Pick up your left arm. So now you've got all of this space. You can absolutely stay, or if you want to funk things up a little bit and have a play, then post the right leg forwards. Grab hold of that foot. Lift up your hips. Make it spicy, saucy. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to come all the way back. Right foot goes back and the left arm is lifted. Now really put your brain into the left foot and start to lift up your chest. We are reversing this high lunge. Twisted high lunge. Moving into your half moon, right hand is going to reach forwards. Start to bring some weight into that hand and lift up the right leg. Keep your left arm lifted. I know this feels a little bit funky. I'm there with you. Let your brain be brought into this practice and celebrate yourself. Let your body feel that ripple effect of gratitude, of joy, of high vibes, of goodness. Take one more breath. As you breathe out, bend the left knee, drop the right foot back. Lift up your chest. Whew. All right, from here we're taking ourselves warrior 2. Front of the mat, right hand leads the way. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reverse warrior. Last little bit. Right hand is going to move past your left foot. And then all the way to the inside of the right. So you get this big external rotation. Lift up your left arm. You can absolutely hang out here. If you want to add in the bind, left arm comes around the back and the right arm moves under the right thigh and the hands interlace. Option 3, you can hop, you can hobble the left foot forwards. Step the weight into that left foot and start to lift the right knee into the chest. Easy does it. We move with this patience and practice and finding those places of progression until eventually that right leg begins to lift. Open the chest, lead with your heart. Keep lifting through the crown. We hold for 3, 2, on 1. Let's come on down. Drop the left foot back. Open your arms. Take a breath in, side angle. As you breathe out, frame the right foot. Step yourself into high plank. Lower yourself down. Maybe the knees are dropping now if you're feeling a little fatigued. Chest opens, inhale. As you exhale, downward facing dog into your child's pose position. So just drop your knees down, push your hips back, reach your arms forwards. And I'm going to offer you to turn your palms upwards in this allowing, in the accepting, in the thanking. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Now thank your body with your breath. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. We'll start to move into a few moments of restoration. So I want you to turn your hands back around, lift yourself up into all fours, pick up your right knee and place it behind your right wrist. Bring the right heel under your left hip and then send the left knee back. Pigeon pose. Open up the front line of your body as you lower into the hip joints. Breathe in. As you breathe out, fold your chest forwards and come onto your forearms. If it feels accessible, then maybe the forehead comes all the way down to the ground. And if it serves, if it resonates, reach your arms forwards and turn your palms upwards. Sweep through your body and just say thank you. Thank you for everything that it does on a day-to-day basis. You rest in this beautiful container. This vessel. This suit that your soul lives in. This physical form that eventually we have to give back. So we're going to take good care of it. So it takes good care of us. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to come on out. Turn the hands forwards, walk them in. Lift up your chest and then step the right knee back underneath your hip. Then we'll just mirror what we did. So work into the left side as the left kneecap moves behind the left wrist. Shin 45 degrees, right knee back, hips nuzzle down, your chest opens up, breathe in. Full pigeon pose as you breathe out. That's your version of it. Forearms, forehead, bring your arms into extension and turn those palms upwards. Drop your brain back into your heart and feel your heart swell with gratitude. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you send that gratitude throughout your entire body and being. Turn your hands back around. Walk your hands in. And this time you're going to come to sit on your left hip and the right leg's going to come forwards and round. You're going to bend into both knees, place the hands behind the knees. You might just have to give yourself a little bit of a scooch further forward. So place the hands behind the knees and then come to lie your back body down. Once your spine comes down, extend the legs forwards and give yourself this final time to ground. Close your eyes. Let your body absorb. Coming back to the simplicity of what we set ourselves up with. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out from the mouth. Allow the body to come back into this space. Move yourself with some grace. Allowing the knees to collect in and giving yourself some encouragement up into a seat. And let's just sit tall together, allowing the hands to connect right at the center of the chest. You're going to take this piece of gratitude with you throughout your day, knowing that with this act of cultivating gratitude is the very ticket to accessing more joy, more happiness, more peace in your own life. Namaste. I love y'all. And I'll see you when I see you.